Hi everyone, it's Tina here. I have a quick little tutorial to share with you on making ribbon flowers. Here is the layout that I created for the Best Creations blog hop. And if you will look closely right here, you will see two little ribbon flowers. We have this one here with the white with red polka dots, and we have this one here with the red and white ruffles. So all you need is some ribbon, needle and thread, and a button, and we're good to go. So away we go. I'm going to start with this ribbon right here, okay? If you'll take a look at that. Sorry, I just want to get everything situated here. Alright, so we're going to start with this ribbon. So we're going to take our needle and thread with a nice knot on the end, and we're going to start weaving back and forth on the end of the ribbon. Okay, so in and out. Doesn't have to be neat, doesn't have to be even, doesn't have to be fussy, just do some gathers, okay? On ribbon like this that is already pre-gathered, it makes it very simple, and it also makes some beautiful little flowers. So you're going to gather a fair bit. You can make it as ruffled as you like, or a little bit flatter, so it all depends on what you want. For a look, and then you're going to pull. You don't want to tighten it yet until you're ready. So we're going to continue. Lots of ruffles, lots of stitching. So let's start with that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it tight. And as I pull it tight, you'll notice it turns into a little pucker. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to join it here where I began. So I'm going to make it into a circle, okay? So there we have our ribbon rounded, okay? And then I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to trim off the extra ribbon. You can trim it beforehand if you like, if you have an idea of how much you want. So there, we don't need that. So there we've got our gathers. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some extra stitches here just to hold it in place. Make sure everything stays nice and tight. And then sometimes what I like to do is where the two pieces of ribbon meet right here, I like to stitch that together just a little bit. So I'm going to do that now. Keeps it from fraying or from buckling or from it being exposed on your page. Sorry, I keep getting off the screen on you. If you're getting glimpses of me, yes, I am still in my pajamas. Alright, so there. Now if you flip it over, we've got ourselves a nice little flower. Now to finish this off, what I like to do is add a button. And while you've got the thread still in there, don't remove it, okay? Leave your thread in there. Then we're going to grab a button and stick it in place. Up we go. And we can stitch that button exactly where we want it. So position it where you'd like to have it, and then stitch away. I like to put at least 3 to 4 stitches through each area of the button to give it a nice full look. I hear lots of kids' noises in the background, the television, the radio, the toys, so bear with the noise. Hopefully you can still hear me. There, I've got 3 stitches done that way. Now when you're making these ribbons, you can make them out of anything. I've made them out of tulle, which I'll show you one here at the end of this. And I've made them out of just plain ribbon, so don't think that you have to have this fancy pleated ribbon to do it. I've made it out of lace, and they're beautiful any way you want to make them. You can also add bling to the center, you can add anything at all, but I like the buttons, especially with this gingham one. Now if you'll notice right here, see mine is not quite centered, so the way to fix that is just add stitching to pull it in that direction. So that's what I'll do. This one isn't perfect, but it's giving you the idea of how to make them anyway. Alright, so there, we've got everything stitched in place. So I'm going to tie myself a little knot in the back so I can cut off my ribbon, or my thread. There. And we have got a nice little pleated flower. Like I say, a little less than perfect, but hey, gives you the idea of what we're doing, right? And so to add that to my page, what I like to do is I like to use my liquid scrap dots from Handmade. So what I would do is I would put a big blob of that on the back, and I'm thinking I want to add another flower to my page. So what you do, move this so you can see. Where are we? There we are. I'm thinking I'm going to add one right down here. So, flip it over. There we go. So to add that, like I say, I'm going to add a big blob of my Handmade. Okay, see that? And I've got a little bit of fancy cutting work there that I'm going to add to it. So I don't even need to add adhesive to that. I'm just going to add my blob of Handmade to it. And there we are. Ribbon flowers. Fabulous. Now, like I said, I've also made them out of things like this, some ribbon. So you're just gathering, and it makes a beautiful little flower. Also, I mentioned a tulle one. Here's the one I made out of tulle. I thought it was a little too bunchy for this page, but it's nonetheless, it's something you can make. So there you are, ribbon flowers. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful, and I would love to see any flowers that you make using this technique. Have fun on the rest of the Best Creation blog hop. Bye bye now.